Let me show you how you know your job gonna work the hell out you. Number one, if they give you free water, they gonna work the hell out you. Hey, if your job get these damn popsicles, hey, they good, but they gonna work the hell out you. I almost forgot one. Hold on. All right, this is the last one. If they got you everything you need not to leave, I ain't even gotta say it. They gonna work the hell out you.
All right, so he had a couple good points about all that free stuff that jobs provide, but they're gonna work you for that free stuff. You guys, I want to dive into this one because this one should be a good one. I don't know what to expect, but I want to know what these people are thinking when it comes to working a normal job. See how it goes.
It has gotten to a point where I don't even like to go to sleep.
I am pretty curious of the trajectory of humanity and where it will be in the coming years, because between the growing vocalization of how much people hate to work, the obviously low wages across the board, the ever-evolving AI systems and machines that are going to consume entire job markets, and the select few who are doing everything they can to maintain control, it feels like a bubble. And in the Gospel of Hosea, all things end, which they do. But what comes of that end is going to be interesting.
I'm at work today, like, none of this matters. Nothing matters. We live on a floating rock in space. Nothing is real. Nothing matters.
How many people are going to have to pass before we take work-related stress seriously? 6 years ago, my husband passed away from a blood clot. And during that time, the 3 weeks to a month prior to his passing, he was very stressed out about work. Today, I was scrolling through some of my work messages and found out a colleague of mine who had been stressed out about work maybe 3 months ago has now suddenly passed away. How many people are going to have to leave this earth before we realize how toxic work-related stress is to our bodies? I don't know what you have to do, but you have to find a way to not sweat whatever is going on at the job. If something happens to you, if something happens to your health, work is going to keep on working. Work is going to keep on being work, whether you're here or not. So when you allow yourself to internalize the frustrations from la-di-da-di and everybody, the only person that you're hurting is you. We need to stop that today. We need to stop. I don't care what they doing. I don't care the promotion they didn't give you, the money that they didn't give you. We don't care about any of that. You have to realize you are the prize. Because if you can't be here to love on your family, to love on your friends, and so forth, they win. The people win. But what do you get? You get nothing. So I want to say this message out to everybody out here. If you are allowing stress to get into your way, your work stress to get into the way of your life, to get into your health, you got headaches, you're suffering from migraines, your hair is thinning, stuff is falling out, your eyes are twitching. That's your wake-up call, babe. Stop allowing work to stress you out. Some solutions to help you on this: exercise, go walk, meditate, count to 10, deep breathing. Find something that helps you to bring your work-related stress down. And as they said at my beloved HBCU, if you're working in the system, be working your way out of it. All right, y'all. Peace. See you next time.
I agree. I do agree. If work is giving you too much stress, then you definitely should find your way out of it. But the one thing that she didn't mention was, yes, working out, yes, breathing exercises, all of that works very well. But the one thing that she didn't mention is just find a new job. Find something else that you will be less stressed about and also bring happiness. I mean, just find a different job, you guys. If work is that bad, find a new job. It's not that hard. You can actually stay at your current job and find a new job and leave your job. Doesn't matter if you've been there for 10 years, doesn't matter if you've been there for 20 years. If you're that stressed out, just leave. You guys, make sure you leave a like on this video. I'll really appreciate that. Drop a comment, your thoughts.
The workforce truly sucks. And I feel like our parents, like people who come from, my parents' generation, they don't understand. Like, they come from a generation where they just worked one job, like they found a good company and they just stayed at that company until retirement. And that's just not realistic anymore. Like, these companies are so cutthroat. Environment is so toxic, gives like high school. And I was like a lot less stressed, I was sitting at work today and I was like, I really don't want to be here. Like, being here makes me freaking angry. Like, I'm actually mad. And why does this job have that much control over my emotions? Because it's just so toxic. And I was just thinking about to a time where like I didn't have a formal job. Like, I literally was just picking up shifts at like the Miami Heat games, not even just at the games, but like the day after. Like, they always serve like the teams like lunch, like the players lunch, and I would go over there and like wash the dishes afterwards. And they would pay me like $21 an hour to wash the dishes after the freaking players eat. I would be at the Florida Marlins game. I would be at the Florida Panthers game. I would just go pick up shifts like on this little app to go work at the games just to make enough to pay my bills and go have fun and have a drink with my friends. And I was a lot less stressed than I was trying to find a career in a company to grow with. Like at this point, like I'm just over it. Like, I am just over it. And so I'm really praying that, God, moves mountains. And yeah, I'm about to have my year-end evaluation. So we'll see how that goes, because this is a department where you can be the top person in the department, which I finished number 1 multiple months. And it's not good enough because I don't kiss butt. So
I'm starting to believe that the American dream was just the government gaslighting us. I'm starting to believe that there's no such thing as a working class American, more so we're just a slave class. Sounds crazy, but hold up, let me break it down. We work technically 3 months out the year just to pay our taxes. But then there's an 8% sale tax on the items we buy. There's a tax on when we receive money. New Yorkers are getting taxed from going to borough to borough to borough. Philadelphia even has a sugar tax. They have a cigarette tax. You have to pay taxes on your car. It's called registration. You have to pay insurance. You have to pay health insurance, dental insurance, medical insurance, home insurance, renter's insurance, car insurance, life insurance. But then they could cancel your policy whenever they feel like it. Then they trick you into getting in debt because you can't afford certain things to live. Now you're a slave to the creditors. Student loans, credit cards, mortgages, car note payments. You can't even work your whole life and retire on your pension and live in your house that you paid your whole life for because of property tax. I'm starting to think this game was rigged for us to work our entire life, never prosper, and stay peasants to the rich. Does this make any sense to y'all, or is it just me?
A job could literally say they gonna pay me $40 an hour. I still don't want it. All the benefits in the world, 401k down, everything is available. You can start right now. I still don't want the job. This is something I literally keep to myself because I don't think a lot of people understand where I am at this point when it comes to jobs, and I'm not even playing. It's not even about the money no more. My last job, I made the most money I've ever made in my life, and I still resigned from that job because it's not about the money. Like, once you realize and you've touched enough money at a job and realize how much you're still unhappy, how much you still are behind on stuff, how much it doesn't really make you happy or fulfill you. No money moving forward is going to make you want to work at a job. I'm officially at that point. I've been telling y'all, I don't want to work for nobody. The thought of me clocking into somebody's job gives me extreme anxiety. I don't care about the money. It's nothing a job can say to me to make me say, hey, okay, I want to come work for you. Nothing. It's nothing you can say. I don't want to do it. I would literally, quite literally, use my own products that I make and go on the street and sell it with a tent set up and make money that way than to clock into a 9 to 5. It's not about the money. If it makes me happy, that's where I'm going to be. And a 9 to 5 does not make me happy. I'm sorry.
I hate to break it.
Oh yeah, I want to break it down to her, I'll take that $40 an hour any day. I'll take that any day. You know, that's roughly around, I would say 80 to 90 grand a year. I'll take that any day. And the only way she's going to get out of that, she did mention she has a product. The only way you're going to get out of that is if you actually get your product going and get your product on a scale of wholesale that you're going to make profit off of it. You can't make any profit, or you cannot survive off of selling your product to your friends and family. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. You're not going to pay your bills. You're going to have to work a job. But if you get your product and you do the right things, now, granted, getting a product off the ground, it's going to cost a lot of money to get your product off the ground. So that may be a good idea, to use that 9 to 5 money to help your product or your business flourish. It's just how it is. You know, it's how America goes around. It's how our society grows. You have to work a job. It's unfortunate, but you really do. You really, really do. I wish I could just sit back and do YouTube all day long, but that's just not even an option. It's not an option. It might be in the future if I work hard enough at YouTube and you guys, you know, drop a subscribe, but it's not an option right now. So I work a job.
To you guys, but the revolution's not happening. All right, revolution's canceled. We as a people are incapable of overthrowing our corporate leaders. I'm going to tell you how I know this for a fact. Yesterday, I'm at Chipotle. I ordered double meat. My boy hooks it up fat, doesn't put a red tag down, slides it down the counter. I'm in heaven. But what happens next? 30 seconds passed. Girl walks up. Sorry, was this double meat? Look who wants a fucking promotion. Look who's itching for that manager position. Do you have any fucking clue how hard it is to hit my macros in this economy? And I am not a good liar. So every time I go, it's double meat. Just, I fucking hate your guts and you just ruined my whole day. It's double meat. Just, put it down. For every one revolutionary Chipotle worker, there's 10 dorks, dude. There's 10 squares at the ready to sell you out. And for what? People don't like breaking rules. Revolution's canceled. Revolution's canceled. I'm out $3. What's next?
Man, sometimes I just be thinking, what the f is the point of this shit, bro? Like, it's all about money. I just need money. These boys jobs, bro. You miss one day. You know what I'm saying? Miss one day, they gonna be on you. You feel me? But you do the same shit at some other motherfucking place. It's just like, you feel me? Like, I say, what's the point? You feel me? For real, like, I'm just trying to do good, do better, you feel me? Like, can't even do that, you feel me?
The person who sweeps and mops the floor every day and takes out the trash is infinitely more valuable than the CEO in the corner office who takes 3-hour lunches. Bus drivers are more critical to the functioning of our society than literally our elected officials who are, for some reason, always on vacation. Do you guys even understand how much of a privilege it is to walk your happy ass into a restaurant, sit down and say, I would like you to make me this, please. And they make you what you ordered with food that was not grown where you are. In fact, probably had to travel several hundred miles to get to where it is, and was harvested by people who make pennies a day and work in terrible conditions without water, without proper equipment, all of these things. But you're still upset that your waitress didn't smile big enough. The dominant philosophy will always be the philosophy of the ruling class. And the ruling class's philosophy is callousness, taking shit for granted, and having an expectation for things to just happen without understanding all of the fucking work that goes into making things happen. Because the ruling class are actually the people who don't want to work, you guys. Like the whole nobody wants to work anymore. Every accusation is a confession. It's the most stupid, annoyingly effective psyop that they've just run on us. We are the ones who are supposed to break our necks every day going to work. We never, ever, ever stop working. So that people who never clock in can continue to not clock in. Like, that's a no. That's just a no. There are so many people who right now and throughout history have created the world that we have. So much work had to happen. So many things had to happen. So many people had to put in their entire bodies and their entire spirits and their entire souls and their entire lives to create the reality that we currently have. Like, people had to die for us to get here. And here is still extremely up. So it makes you wonder, why are people dying like this? Like, what is causing that? How do we become conscious of the fact that that is happening? It's honestly all I think about.
No, to be honest, what she was saying about how CEOs, we work every single day. We clock in every single day so they don't have to. And that's just totally inaccurate. I mean, in order for you to get a CEO position, you need to bust your butt all the way up the totem pole. Now, once you become a CEO, you have done the hard work, whether it's education, whether it's 9-to-5ing, whether it's sticking with the same company, you've done the hard work to make it improve your point as a CEO. Once you get there, then CEOs kind of get passed around from company to company. That's just how it works when you get that high up in a company. But trust and believe, they didn't entry level walk into the CEO office and take that job. It's just, it does not work like that, guys. They have worked very, very, very hard. And most of the time, the only time you see like a young CEO is a small base business, because most huge corporations, the CEOs are what, 55 plus? They have a 30 years of work experience at least under their belt. And some of these people that are talking have maybe 5 years of work experience. And you're mad at what the CEO does because he has vacation. He, has a ton of meetings, but he's also worked for that. Guys. Let me know your thoughts below. I really want to know what you guys think. Am I wrong for my statement? You guys, and as always, make sure you leave a like down below, subscribe, comment, share. YouTube has picked a video just for you to watch next. Sit back and enjoy it. Till next time, folks, I'll see you in the next one.